you?
Good morning. Wow, a lot of technical difficulties here. We're at the Colts Neck General Store. Now we're in the parking lot. Oh my God, their coffee is so great. But the sun's in my eyes. I don't have my sunglasses. Meet Greg.
Morning.
Okay, I'm holding the camera, so we're in big trouble today.
Bear with us.
But what we want to talk about today is overwhelm. When your mind gets cluttered and you have so much that you're not clear about priorities and you're not clear of what you're going to do. Every morning I have my morning routine. Besides drinking my coffee, I do Spanish lessons, I write in my journal, and I say a gratitude mantra for a long time, and then I look in the mirror and remind myself that this is going to be a great day. Even though I have my morning routine, today I needed like a double dose of morning routine because I have a big day ahead of me going to Manhattan. And so I'm talking to Greg about how to start your morning routine so that, as Tony Robbins says, that you always have peak performance. As JT Fox says, every successful person has a morning routine. Greg, what do you think?
I think that you have a choice about how you want to start each day, and I think you got to hit the reset button when you wake up in the morning. Everybody wakes up on the wrong side of the bed every once in a while, especially when you got a lot going on in your life. I remember there was, again, hooking back to the Tony Robbins theme, this issue of when you're on a plane and you're flying over water and the pilot comes on and says, you gotta, when the air mask comes down, in case of emergency, you gotta put the mask on yourself first. Because really nothing happens until you get about your day or about everybody else that you're with that day, until you take care of yourself first, then you can take care of others. So, meditation or prayer or whatever you call it, people have different ways of sort of getting into that zone every morning. And one of the things that I do, it's not really a meditation thing, it's part prayer, part meditation, but feeling that there's a power coming from above through my head, through my body, and just taking a couple of seconds to slow the world down for a second and feeling grateful how lucky we are to be where we are, regardless of the circumstances and the crap that's going around, because everybody's dealing with curveballs all day long. And it's how you handle what happens to you now, just like you said once before. But to get yourself into that state, and to get yourself into that zone is really, really important. And then people will just sort of gravitate towards that because, nobody wants to be with a cranky person. But what you want to do is to exude, create the positive energy yourself, and then share it with others. Just as you go out the course of the day, I think you got a choice.
I think what's really important is that when I was facing a life-threatening illness, or when I first got divorced, or I was almost bankrupt, or school was really hard, whenever I faced that stuff, a lot of it was, they say, don't sweat the small stuff. But in a way, when I'm in a mood like I am today, feeling overwhelmed, I'm so happy I could face the small stuff. And I can sweat it, and I could be upset about little things that are bothering me, because it means that my life is going really well. And whenever I'm in one of these moods, I'm like, oh my God, thank God I could sweat the small stuff. Every morning I'm so grateful when I wake up that I'm healthy again, that life is great, that I have a big day ahead of me. But it doesn't mean that right now I don't feel a little overwhelmed going to Manhattan, going to see a show, going to dinner, taking the train, a lot of unknowns ahead of me. And I feel like, how lucky am I that I can be sweating the small stuff? And so when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I thank God that I can sweat the small stuff.
I think when you're sweating the small stuff, there's really not really big, when every once in a while a big stuff comes at you, and there's no time for the small stuff, and life prioritizes for you when those really big rocks come at your head. And when you're worried about the small stuff, it kind of means that the big rocks aren't coming at your head. So you should be lucky that there's not something going on, a health issue, a family issue, something with your kids or your spouse or whatever, your business or whatever it is, that when you're sweating the small stuff, it's really because the big stuff's pretty good.
And if you also say, if you feel gratitude for the small little inconveniences in your life, it turns them around, because it means that life is going really well for you. And also, what I want to say is today is a beautiful, beautiful sunny day. And sometimes all you need to do is like be happy that the sun showed up. And the good news is the sun shows up every day. So the coffee is delicious. Look, I have a cute little coffee cup now. Have a really great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.